applause.
So I hope you enjoy them. Y'all can hear me all right? Yeah. All right. This first poem is dedicated to my father. I'm searching for a shadow to find shade in. I've been searching for a shadow to find shade in your daughter. Is searching for your shadow to find shade, and the sun is causing the glare in my eyes. I want you to look over my shoulders. Allow me to find refuge in the shade of your tree, for the sun only reflects the light in your leaves, and I'm the mere color you make me, Father. How can I be anything but a puzzle when all I've got are missing pieces? You become too many of them. Children are jigsaws, broken puzzle piece sets. I feel like you're never gonna figure me out, Father. How can I be anything but a penny that you picked off the floor for good luck, found in the wrong moment? I don't want to be forgotten in your back pocket, Father. How can I be anything but outspoken when the vibrato of your throat force my words strong and persistent? Your lungs trace scars on my lips, they're your dialects. Swallowing your accent and regurgitating truth, Father. I speak and I speak like you, Father. How can I be anything but a pigeon feather? Riding the wind like a vintage hymn forgotten through time, like sand and soil. I dance to the wind of your sobriety, Father. How can I be anything but a two-step when I was younger? You placed me on your feet, and we glide together like silk ribbon shapes and beats. You told me that dance was the beginning and end of every great relationship, and it was ours, Father. How can I be anything but a painter? You were a painter in your prime, applied primer to my palms. Why do you think I finger painted murals into the canvas structure of my mother's wounds, Father? How can I be anything but a pattern? A collage of your mistakes. A timeline, bending backwards onto itself, a circle. I don't want to give birth to a cycle, Father. How could I be anything but a composer? I want to know the song that was playing in the background as when my mother conceived me, so that I can sample this melody, dissect each and every lyric, insert my heartbeat, make it orchestrate a baby's cries until all you hear is life, Father. How can I be anything but a snapshot, quick and blurry because alcohol made you sloppy? You gaze at pictures, but you can't hold the memories, can't hold the camera, but most of all, you can't hold your liquor. And I know you long to find pictures when you can still hold your posture, still hold your dignity, Father. How can I be anything but the fading? The shadow is getting weaker. The sun can no longer find your face. You're getting lost in your footsteps. They're getting smaller. I used to put on your shoes, but they've been shrinking like you, Father. How can I be anything but absent-minded? Remember pennies laying on the floor. Remember dance floors. Remember paintings. Remember snapshots like paintings. Picture yourself the horizon, praying with patterns. Remember patterns. Break doors. Break your glass of ice and let the alcohol burn the ground you walk on. Allow me to embrace your poison so that I can neglect them in a heartbeat. My heart beats a pattern similar to yours. Let me bathe in your blood as if your veins were narrow passageways to a brighter day. I now see the color your shadow has made. Stand tall like trees. Look over your shoulders, leaves, and see your daughter still searching for that face of a father. So, Father, how can I be anything but you? My first piece. My second piece, I'm glad you enjoyed it. My second piece is it's a little more serious. I wrote it about a rape victim. So I haven't memorized it yet, so bear with me, and I hope you enjoy it. A broken hymen looks less like a pyramid for girls like these being raped. She isn't new to the news. No stories and numbers dance between your thighs, whether you want them to or not. She knows brown girls get it worse. Big butt, small waist, and a smile that looks too friendly even on her bad days. Sad days like these will never reach her again. It's far too selfish to spend one's time thinking about one's own rape, because as she knows, they don't always go by the books. They don't always leave you broken, just somewhat crooked, but she could learn to dance with open thighs if you just give her the chance. She could learn to breathe through her mouth, her nose is too crooked, she knew. The smell of daddy's tears burned her neck while he, through tiny pores, sucked diamonds out of her blood. She hopes that by wearing collars, she'll feel less like a dog, more like a queen. She never screamed. She knew better. So when Carl, pissed off at life, 35 years old, remembering his age through dry caddis hand and a penis who hates dry lands, made a trip through her, she counted the molars in the back of her mouth and counted the stars the back of her eye that swore were real. She could make sure that she could imagine waterfalls wet enough to ensure the rivers would lead to her pyramid, and tried conjuring up advice from teachers about what to do when brake tapped the windows of a car. She remembers something about fires. Stop, drop, and roll. Funny, she'd already done all three, and the burning hasn't stopped yet. So who should she believe? Faceless teachers who would have taught Gandhi to fight back, or Carl, 35 years old, with nuts the size of her determination to fight back. Nah, she's got better plans. To get on her knees and pray Carl say something like we, so when she feels him down her throat, she can practice in hating his body and melting invasive sperm until it settles on the bottom of her stomach, and she can pretend ice cream has always been this bitter. She won't be mad at Carl if it hurts, because of her imagination. 12 years running like schoolyards, mindless chatter about politics, religion, and sex stops if her imagination can't conjure up a world far better than this one, then he should be the one complaining. She will bend her mind backwards, searching for a story like this one, blame her lips for speaking too much, curse her grandmother for raising her with instincts to fight, and laugh at brothers who taught her to wrestle. She won't be a worthy opponent this time, she knows. Her best chance for survival is rolling itself up in her palms. She knows life can throw you left-turn curves, but she is not at the wheel. So where does she turn? She turns to Carl, the most honest man she'll ever meet. So when he pushes himself inside of her, she thinks of queens like her mother, misguided kings like Carl. Lets him take what he wants. Lets him believe she is his salvation. She will survive another day to tell his story. A peasant bowed at the knees, a pyramid, conquered and whipped at the seams. She's no fool, not new to pain, not new to men like Carl. She understands. It hurts less when you don't struggle. Understands survival is stroking on her like bricks, but her foundation is strong. There is nothing more powerful than a pyramid, nothing more important than life. She knows that her story will never be told the way she lived it, a warrior, an empress, protecting her walls, protecting her life, protecting her innocence the only way she knows how. Fighting is for the weak. Because at the end of this war, she'll still have the pyramid invaded, yes, but there she shall bow.